I don't remember what I had for that. I did it like once, and forgot what I got, and was too lazy to do it again.
I think I still have my old one. Yeah, I do.
This music
It was either from
is
last year
loud.
or the year before, and it was the Entertainer.
Entertainer. That is pretty accurate. You're entertaining
Yeah.
to be around. New.
But let's take it again, see if it's changed at all.
There's too many questions on it, honestly. Like, I consider, like,
Yeah.
every time I see it, I'm like, yeah, I should do that. And then I remember there's, like, 50, like, things you have to do, and I'm like, it can wait. I don't have patience. I guess that probably answers it for me, of my personality.
Like, oh no, bro, that's a little gay.
That's my personality, just a little gay. Just a little bit.
Ah, bro, you know, I'm just a little queer.
But just a little cringe. All right, we is live. We have been for 2 minutes. Okay, that's posted. I can close my browser now. Save my computer the energy.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait until I get this thing fucking upgraded. It's so slow.
I'm sorry.
Shh. No.
I'm still gonna say I'm sorry anyway.
I will eat your earlobes again. I'll fucking do it again.
I'm gonna do it again.
But anyway, how are you doing today?
I'm doing.
Understandable.
Yeah. just kind of existing,
Yeah.
doing what I can.
Getcha.
Hmm.
Well, I think personally what would be pretty fun is if like I'm gonna take the personality thing again just to see if it's changed at all from last year.
Yeah.
But after that, what I want to do is then basically on stream have you answer the questions, and I'll just
Oh
do the
God.
input for you.
Oh no. Get to find out a lot about me.
I think it'd be fun.
Find out how much of a terrible person I am.
No.
Yeah.
No. No.
But yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Mm.
That's just me personally. Oh yeah, I said on my server, not working out today because I'll be on your stream, and Love Machine says Panda Sweat collectors will be devastated by this.
God. Stop being fucking horny.
I love you, man.
Fragilitis? Sure. Thank you for following.
Thank you for the follow.
I'm still kind of setting things up, so I won't be here yet. Won't be doing
Set
anything
it
yet.
up faster.
No, I'm slow.
I always tell the people that were professional, and you did betray me.
It's your fault for lying.
Oh God.
You know no one comes here for a professional experience. They come here for a bunch of fucking idiots doing stupid shit.
Oh, sorry, everyone. Oh, geez. Please forgive me.
No. Mwah, bitch. Oh god, my cables. Why are you so tangled? Stop that. No.
That's a good question. Why are you so tangled?
Stop it. I mean, I know exactly why they're tangled, because I do that thing that you shouldn't do with cables, and I wrap it around my controller. that's why they're so tangled, because I do that all the time, and I never fucking use the controller. But I also don't really have anywhere else to put it. I'll hold my arm out for now and like stretch out the cable while I'm not doing anything, while I'm setting stuffs up.
You're doing this stuff.
Just means my arm's gonna get tired. Got my arm out to the side, holding the controller.
It's gonna get tired and you haven't even started playing the game yet. Fen, what is this?
Hi, Streamlabs. Welcome to the stream, Streamlabs. Oh, Twitch, you good? Okay, I opened the viewer count or the users in chat
Well,
thing,
I'll
and
just
some error message came up.
let the cat know I'm here.
Ah, bah, 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 bah. Fuck.
There you go. See? Now it says that there's
Controller? Hello?
Controller?
Oh no.
Good start.
Plug it back in. There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
we start. I'm gonna start doing the little personality test just for myself. See
Yeah.
where I am as a current. Which I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, there's a decent amount of questions, but I don't know. First question: you regularly make new friends? I'd say it's a pretty decent agree. You spend a lot of
I
your free
can't say
time-
I'd agree with that. I barely make friends. I meet like 5 people. I'm like, all right, that's me done for the decade.
Yeah.
That's kind of a lie. I mean, I've kind of. I mean, I only really met Feline like this month, last month at
Yeah,
least.
true.
Yeah. No, we pretty gamer friends.
It's a pretty chill gamer.
Mainly just people from your server, so it's still your fault. You stop being such a good fucking person.
I try, and it
Hello.
doesn't work.
Gay. You can't help it. You're just naturally a good person.
Hello.
Hello. And gay. The duality of man. The duality of gamers. Hello and gay.
Why did you wait? Hold on. Why did you put that emote in?
It was not that long ago. It's a bit emote, I think. Gay
Oh,
whoa.
okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
I put them in because they didn't work how I thought they did. When it said what? Oh, the convoy thing. I forgot about that. How the fuck do I do that?
I was thinking to myself, like, wait, why can't I use your emotes? I should be.
Okay.
That's why.
What the convoy thing though? I want to do that. Ah. Oh, okay.
Anyway, there we go.
Because I'm using the multiplayer mod. Okay. Oh, okay. It'll take a while for Twitch to recognize it. Is Twitch stupid? There we go. Gay whoa.
There we go.
It sounds so terrible. This fucking cable. I hate it. It keeps touching my arm weirdly. I don't like it. Go on this side.
It's like when a bug is sort of just barely touching you, and you're like, ah!
It's like when your hair is like perfectly touching your arm, but like only the tip.
Oh yeah.
It's like poking you in the fucking arm. I hate that. Okay.
Or like in my case, if I'm wearing work goggles or safety goggles, and
Scooters.
because I have long eyelashes,
Yeah, I do as well.
So like a lot of times my eyelashes will be poking against the safety goggles. And it's just
Mm.
like,
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah. I get that with my glasses a lot.
Let's go.
Time to remember how to play the game.
and I think Richter's playing, well, you can guess.
I will hear in a
Turn
second.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
But, so,
Hmm.
You have arrived at your destination.
what is on the
Your
docket for
route
today?
guidance is now finished.
Oh, actually, let me get this out of the way. So, at work today, there was an ice cream truck, and basically it was an ice cream truck that the company was like, "Hey, just go get some ice cream for yourself
Hell yeah.
for free." And I
Oh.
was like, "Oh, free ice cream."
Ah, fuck, I want ice cream. Every time
was
someone
good.
talks about ice cream, I'm just like, oh god, I keep remembering how long it's been since I've had ice cream.
It was good too. It was good ice cream.
Mm.
So I'm just like,
Oh, yes, ice cream. Ice cream.
Oh, you bitch.
what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Honestly, I don't know. I would honestly, I'm kind of a basic bitch. I just, one of my favorites is just like vanilla soft serve.
There's nothing wrong with that. Vanilla's good.
Yeah. Like, I just like the texture of it so much.
Oh, soft serve texture is the best.
Yeah.
Like,
Any
I guess if I had to-
gifters? Me, I
wouldn't
am the
so much
gifter.
Say, she is her presence.
Is a
Sorry,
problem.
her presence is the gift,
My presence is a problem.
and your problems bring us joy. Wait,
I mean, I guess. No, it counted, bitch. Load my
I
truck.
need to rephrase what I'm saying. Your frustrations in certain video games give us pleasures
Drive
that
safe.
we shouldn't be deriving. I'm bad at this.
No, do it. Derive pleasure from my pain. It's how I get money. It's pay for my pain. Who? Fuck.
Turn
Derive
left.
that pleasure from my pain, Fen 2021. Which, speaking of just Fen 2021 moments, I'm still.
Bot press is still good
I
press.
still. Yeah, that's such a good
Press.
quote. Like, I honestly really love the channel
The
trailer.
only reason I said that is because Majima said it in the thing. It was like the taxes thing, and I'm pretty sure he said, "Oh, well, bad press is still," or like, I've forgotten what he said, but he was like, "Any press is still good press."
Go straight.
Yeah. And there you are with, poop my pants shirt.
Yeah, the shit my pants shirt. It's fine. It's been a minute. YouTube won't delete me. Plus, I don't apply for monetization anyway. So
Oh, yes, yeah, YouTube can't delete you.
Mm.
I mean,
can't
here they
can't
could.
demonetize if I don't even apply for monetization, baby. I think you need like
Also very-
1,000 hours viewed to be eligible for monetization. It's like, man,
Think so?
yeah, it's like 1,000 subscribers and 1,000 hours viewed, and it's like, man, that's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours.
Yeah.
You get more hours on twitch.tv/fanatams.
I wonder how many hours. Actually, I was gonna say I wonder. Twitch tells me. I think I've almost reached 2,000 hours actually
The
streamed.
second exit.
I think I'm at like 1.8 thousand hours streamed, which is fucking wild.
Exit now.
I should
Yeah, I mean,
figure out how
probably-
much that is in like days.
Keep right.
Hold on, I can actually do that right there.
24. That is like, I want to say like
right.
800 days total. No,
Let me look it up. Convert hours a day.
like 600 days. Like 60 days. I'm just guessing.
1,800 hours is roughly 75 days.
I was close enough. I said 600 and then I said 60. Still, that's a long fucking time.
That is a lot of hours.
And it could easily be more, but I don't do long streams that much.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do, but I need to do more.
To go back to ice cream for a sec, like, so with the little ice cream truck, they also offered like 3 different types of toppings.
Ooh.
I got on mine I got two scoops.
straight.
One that was just milk chocolate and chocolate chip cookie dough. Because I'm a basic bitch for
Cookie dough. Fuck. I don't care what it gives me. I'll eat cookie dough raw. Like.
You can't. Well, so I've heard about that whole salmonella thing. Like, it turns out most cases rocket cookie dough doesn't actually give you
No.
salmonella. It's just in some cases.
Depends on how it's made, because it's mainly like the egg in it.
Yeah. Like, well, let me put it like this. It reminds me of when I was a kid. My brother and I, when our mom would like make brownies, every time she got done with the brownie mix, like whatever was left in the bowl, she let my brother and I just go.
Oh yeah, we still do that.
Brownie mix is so good. I haven't had just brownie mix in so long, and I was like, oh, brownie mix.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, can you imagine putting brownie mix on ice cream?
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know why I go like that. I'm sorry, I got a little excited.
You
for
know
brownie
what?
mix.
I agree. Whatever that emotion was, I agree. What? Krusty the Clown. Just.
Krusty the Femme Clown. Oh god, yeah, I shouldn't say that. Someone on, some artist is gonna be like, but what if?
Yes.
And it's like, Krusty the Femme Clown is just gonna sound like Dr. Girlfriend from the Venture Brothers.
I don't remember that.
Oh, baby, it's okay.
Jesus. No, I don't want that. IKEA. Ika.
Ika! Ika-chan!
Iko.
Go? Tiki!
Tico.
Tiki.
Tiki. Tiku. Ika Pika. IKEA Pikea.
What are we doing?
No idea.
So anyway, what the fuck? All right, ice cream. I'm distracting myself so much. Yeah, on the ice cream I had, like, you could have a single scoop, 2 scoops, or 3 scoops. I
Fine.
really thought about getting the 3 scoops, but I was just like, I better leave it at 2 scoops. So yeah, I get just a milk chocolate ice cream and chocolate chip cookie dough, and then for toppings I got hot fudge and sprinkles.
Ooh.
And I gotta say, that ice cream, it was really good.
Mmm.
Very rich, creamy. I'm just like, ugh. It was perfect because obviously it's been very hot recently,
Oh,
so it's
God,
like,
yeah.
this was perfect timing. Very perfectly timed ice cream. So and they also make they're also making like ice cream sandwiches.
Ooh.
So we were allowed to go for seconds, so I was like, oh well, I'll grab an ice cream sandwich and bring it home to Richter. And so I did.
Ooh.
And so I got him a cookies and cream ice cream sandwich, which I know that sounds redundant, but
Sounds
hey, I
good.
mean, and plus they're pretty thick.
Mm.
Like,
Like you.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I see that you have taken care of the problem for me. Respectable. You have nothing else to say. You're just gonna sit there and smile with your little.
I have no shame.
little... You know, I get that. I have
Go
mild
straight.
shame sometimes.
Yeah, same. I have plenty of shame, just not in this.
I have absolutely no shame for some of the things I have said during the truck streams.
Yeah. It was neat. Oh.
But Marley, that's not how you spell neat. The kind of neat you're spelling, that's the kind of Japanese otaku
That's
that
me.
just never leave their room. You're not Japanese?
Well, yeah.
Yet.
No thanks. No, I'm not a fucking weeb. It was neat. Were there a bunch of nerds in the cemetery?
Yeah, you know, not,
Oh,
like,
these
were there a
youth
bunch
on
of-
their phones, not taking in the beautiful scenery.
no, I was gonna
Grandma,
say,
we're
I
at a
was gonna say,
cemetery.
No, I was gonna say, like, the nerds, you know, they were the ones, you know, buried
Probably.
underneath.
Oh. Whoops.
There was a deer.
Ah. I just got a £2,000 fine for being 40 miles above the speed limit.
You know, safety is a big concern in Euro Truck Simulator 2.
Safety is a priority. Didn't say which priority, but it's a priority. Probably like third or fourth priority. But it's a priority.
Roughly the 6th or 7th if you're in a
If-
server, you know,
yeah.
using the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Certain things you value over others.
Like me. Me. Number one priority, have fun. Yeah.
Number 2 priority, fart.
No, that's number one. Change the list. Change the number one. Number one priority. Girl guess. Number 2 priority. Have fun. Number 3 priority. Be stupid.
If any fart fetish magazines wishes to
Magazines.
magazines wishes to, you know, it's so neat that it's very neat, so I imagine they don't get a lot of
Fuck.
a lot of publication online, so they got stick to the underground.
No,
back to basics.
I just killed myself. I I made myself laugh because you said that, and I thought of the idea of fart fetish magazines that have scratch and sniff. It's like a picture of the girl, and then on their butt is scratch. Instead of perfume samples, it's farts.
Fart samples. You spray like, yeah, that one. She must have had celery that day.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you can really get that pumpkin fragrance.
Ugh, pumpkin spice. Oh fuck.
Oh my god, how long has it been? We're already on farts.
25 minutes. Not even 25 minutes, and we've already made it to scratch and sniff fart magazines.
What do you think? What do you think is the record for the quickest we have started talking about farts?
Oh, it was like 3 minutes.
Oh, was it really? Wow, damn, what were we on?
It was one of last week's streams. Because someone just came into, I forget who it was, because I have a dumb shit memory, but like I started streaming, I think it might have been Reaps, came into the chat and just like, so, just started talking about farts, like instantly. It's like, oh, so when does fart time start? So
Part time here is every time. There really is gonna come a point where people who are into farts just start clamoring to the stream, and they're like, "So, you wanna talk about arts?"
far arts.
And that's when you know, use fake it till you make it, and that's when your viewer count jumps up to 35.
And then someone draws gift art of like fart fetish, and I'm like, okay, the jig's up. No, take away the disguise. I'm done. And
that's when the reverse effect happens, and you get more followers because they're like, oh,
because
my God.
everyone else is like, oh, thank fuck, she's not actually into that. See,
Yeah,
we get
I,
the first jump in attraction because of the shock factor, and then the second jump is when everyone who just passed by was like, oh, okay, so she's normal, so she
yeah. And then you know what normally happens is people on the internet, and I was talking about it earlier, like
10
you know,
seconds.
like you said, someone does a gift art, and then when they realize you're not into it, someone else does a gift art, and they're just like, hey, so I drew your VTuber avatar with its tits out.
Why
And
the
that's when you're like,
VTuber avatar? Why
Right.
Because it's what they know.
do the Sona that looks better?
Go straight.
Well, you know, you might run to an artist one day, and this is what they know.
Hmm. The profile pictures and stuff. I want to. Eventually, I will get like a model commission and use that instead or something.
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
I mentioned before that others have told me I should do the same. I'm like, yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
But so anyway, what I'm trying to say is, for as much as I do love ice cream, it does make me a little gassy.
Good timing.
Yeah, you see how I can just turn all back around and make it all intertwined.
And it's still about farts.
It's the Marvel Cinematic Universe of farting.
Girl Gas Cinematic Universe.
Girl Gas Cinematic Universe. Alright, so which one are you? Are you Iron Man? Are you Thor?
Hulk. You wouldn't like me when I'm gassy. You.
Infinity Hearts.
Mm.
Wow, Avatar: The Last Airbender got really weird.
Fart bender.
I don't think this is the air power that they had in mind when they made this.
Yes. The gas benders. The most powerful benders.
So we decided to reboot the old cartoon Captain N, the Game Master.
Oh, no.
And we decided to reboot it as Captain G, the Gas Master.
Go straight.
The gas blaster.
Ga- Master Blaster took a real Master Blaster took a really different direction.
It's the new Undertale update. The Gaster Blaster.
That reminds me, there's like this porn animation, I think, where like
I think.
you confront Toriel, and like one of the things that happens that the text blatantly says she farts in your face, and I was like, all right.
Oh no. Oh.
I was looking at it and I'm like, I think this is supposed to be funny.
But
then
someone's gonna find it
I look
hot.
out. Well, that's the thing. I look and I see the first comment is someone saying, "Can you please do more with that? That was the hottest part to me." And that's when I was like, oh no.
It's a niche audience. That's what I'm trying to
Go
get.
straight.
Trying to get that niche.
Trying to
get that-
attract the niche audience of people like farts in their mouth.
Like, oh my god, you gotta imagine. So anyway, if any magazine publications that are dedicated
So if-
to fartboard, twitch.tv/Fennecans. That's capital FENNEC, capital HANDS, Fennecans.
If fecalfunnies.com wants to hit me up for a sponsorship deal, let me know.
I almost spit on my water. Oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh, that really got me. Oh my god. That. Can you say that name again?
What? Fecal funnies?
Fecal
Yeah.
funnies.
Blame Vine Sauce.
You find sauce.
Mm.
Oh, I just realized I need to quote to you and say like, I'm
Fecal
on the
Fenny.
stream too, being stupid.
Yeah. Say something about farts.
There we go. Done.
Farting on my roommate's door. For...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What are we gonna see? Where are we gonna see?
When am I gonna collab
Persona
with
Ashley
King Ass
as-
Ripper?
We need to get a hold of. If anyone knows King Ass Ripper, can we get him to?
If
join the
anyone
stream
knows
so
if
we
he's still alive, if he's
we would love to interview King Ass Ripper.
interview. Sure, I guess.
Just like every question, he's just like, oh yeah, and then he just answers whatever the question is.
I'm
So anyway,
genuinely
what got
concerned
you
for that
into-
man.
So anyway, Mr. King Ass Ripper, is it?
Mr. Ass Ripper.
What got you, Mr. Ass Ripper? What exactly got you started off down this path? Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck.
Oh right, I was taking that personality quiz.
Oh yeah, that was a thing. Your personality type is gas enjoyer.
Why yes, I have.
Oh fuck. I don't like being sick. Who'd have guessed?
Understandable.
Mm.
Excuse me, truly. But yeah, you know what? I feel like I think
Go straight.
yeah. I remember I said this last week. I was like, we should make a drinking game out of these streams.
Oh god. You've said that a lot of
don't remember.
times. You said-
I have, and
Hmm.
part of me. Okay, so honest to God, like maybe sometime in the next couple of months, I don't know. I might buy myself a bottle of liquor, and during one of the Friday streams, just let me know. Like maybe it's a game we're all playing together, and it's let's just fucking do it. Let's do a drunk stream.
I do still need to do one. I remember I said I wanted to. I first said I wanted to do something like that, like fucking like over a year ago, I think.
One day, like honest to God,
I think it was when I was playing like TF2 with Frenzy or something. We were talking about it.
I'll just send
Keep
you.
right.
I'll just send you some
And
money
then
and be
turn
like,
left.
okay, get some alcohol. I don't care what kind.
Strong.
Turn right.
Strong like.
Strong like ass.
Strong like my butt.
Make it a drinking game that every time the conversation devolves into farts, you have to take a shot. Strong like belly.
Yeah, that'd be one of the rules. Take a shot every time the conversation delves into farts. Take a shot every time.
Take a
like,
shot every
monster-
time Mont goes.
Oh, I was gonna say anytime he goes no.
Well, anytime Mont makes a noise, just like a significant loud noise.
Get ready to turn left.
Which, to be fair, I do love those noises.
I love them.
God,
Turn
imagine if you
left.
had Relic on one of your Friday streams.
Oh God! Take a shot every time that gets racist. Take a shot every time Relic almost says something that would get me banned. Making him make those noises, so am I. Well, in fact, both of us are because of talking about gas all the time.
We're gonna make people think that Relic is a racist.
He's not. It just
He's not a racist. He just says things that will make you
he's
question.
not a racist. He just says things that Twitter doesn't like.
Actually true.
Came in here for break. Oh, hello.
Hi, Sliz.
So we were just talking about farts.
the
We
man.
still kind of are.
We are? Oh yeah, I guess we are. We are from fart to racism.
The natural, the natural progression of life. Farts then racism.
Then comes love. Then comes marriage.
Then comes death.
In a baby carriage.
And I was gonna say, and then more farts, but you just said baby carriage, so I don't know if I wanna. I
mean, babies fart.
Yeah, I guess.
I should continue that personality
Get ready
quiz.
to turn
Yeah.
left.
It's gonna take forever for me to do this. Feel like he's not gonna do
Turn
kind of.
left.
I'll put in the middle. I don't care. That's all mistake. Because you die over our birthday? Yes. I want to have someone for a conversation? Yeah, kind of. So.
Back to Stinky.
Yes, Swiss, thank you. It has not even been an hour, and I've already laughed to the point that I'm coughing and I'm like ready to spit up phlegm.
Oh, God.
Oh God, that's my.
I mean, I've been like
That's
that
one
all
of my big
week.
problems.
This stream isn't helping.
So for people who don't know, unless you want to just say it,
Hmm? Oh, yeah. I have the gamer disease.
so Fen has COVID.
Yeah.
She's seemingly fine.
Yeah. But apparently it gets worse. So, I'm definitely doing worse than I was a few days ago. I will say that. But
like,
I'm
me
still
who-
fighting.
Like me, who caught it twice before.
Mm.
You're surviving.
I'm still kicking. This bitch ain't gonna get me down that easily. I'm determined to get paid.
And we're happy for it. Or at least I'm happy for it.
Keep right.
Some people ask why, and I'm just like, because I enjoy talking to this bitch.
No, you, bitch. Oh, buggers! Oh, oh, buggers!
Yeah, can you imagine King Astro was like, oh, yeah, oh, fucker. This really just is a fucker.
Fuck. Kick COVID in the butt, yeah.
Make COVID fart.
No, COVID doesn't get the farts. Not allowed. Don't deserve it.
We're gonna get through this laughter.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know how much more fart talk I can take. I've laughed enough as is.
Fuck. I need to calm down. Breathing is hard.
Oh no. The last thing we want is for you to pass out on stream.
Oh, that'd be fucking great. That'd be.
Your-
now,
your
now that would
lifeless
be now that would be a clip. Now that...
You're lifeless. COVID has been farting for a year. It's time to stop.
I just fucking pass out on stream. My avatar freaks out, and then it just resets to like smiling and blankly staring.
I imagine it.
I just
in my mind,
I
it's just-
crash into a wall. I go silent for like 3 minutes. Then I come back and I'm like, the fuck happened? The fuck.
Like, imagine if your avatar was capable of just falling over, like when a hungry box passed down.
Yeah, if I had like full tracking, like
Yeah.
I've forgotten what her name was, but there was this one streamer that I remember that had like a really high quality, like obviously avatar thing, and they had like they always wore like a full mocap on streams.
Oh wow.
Yeah. To like get really good tracking.
Right.
And I remember them showing a clip of like what the avatar looked like when she took off the mocap suit. It just like folded in on itself and it looked funny as hell. I'm gonna pass out from fart. Oh god, no. Just realize how that sounds. I want to pass out from all of the farts.
Because I was gonna ask, so the woman with the mocap suit, I was thinking to myself, like, people in mocap suits, like, do they fart?
Do
Do they fart in the suits?
I mean, I would assume they probably end up going on like, I mean, hours at a time wearing them. You're eventually gonna fart in it. You're.
Well, now the next question: does it actually show up in the motion capture?
I don't. How do you think farts look? How do you?
I don't know, like
Just stands up and like the avatar's cheeks clap like.
Well, it's like in the heat tracking things. I know that like farts basically show up as like a moment of
But they
red.
they don't do they don't have a heat detection. They don't.
I mean, you don't know. We're in the future.
I mean they could, but it doesn't show up on stream.
I've ruined the stream enough.
You shut up. You're half the reason anyone shows up. Haptic
Go straight.
That would be the other way around. That would be emulating how farts feel.
And that is how you would breed a whole new generation of fart fetishists.
Yeah. I mean, I guess technically you can do that now. Because there are like haptic suits that like generate
There are, yeah.
heat as well. So like just put one of them on your butt and then just make it like vibrate and then heat up like it's a fart suit. Oh no, that's how you breed a bunch of fart fetishists. A fart suit. It's like it's the fucking it's like that fucking that one bit from fucking Jackass.
Oh yeah. I do still want to see that. I'll probably see it. in
Oh yeah, they're
theaters.
doing the new one, aren't they?
Yeah.
I have to see that.
I have to as well. I definitely want to see it in theaters.
Get ready to exit left.
Oh my god. I'm just.
Exit left.
Oh, excuse me, my cheeks. My cheeks on my face.
Ah, cheeks on your face.
Anyways,
Whose cheeks are on your face?
Oh,
Oh my god.
this is gonna be the whole stream.
It's been like almost an hour. It's been
Well, let's see if we can do it. Can we talk about farts for a whole hour?
Can we have a whole stream about farts? I think we could easily do it. A whole like 3-hour stream we could talk about farts and just joke about farts. Easily. I genuinely think we could do that.
I just realized what you even called this stream.
Yeah, that's what I said before I started. I'm doing a Banjo-Kazooie. I'm doing a nuts and bolts. I'm just taking I'm taking whatever you said and just making it the title.
I was thinking like, what the hell are you talking about? Alright, I can't. I know I mentioned this.
Welcome to the Fartcast.
I know I mentioned this on stream before, but my old friend Mike,
Keep left.
when Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts came out, anytime he would make a vehicle in that game, I was just usually in the room, probably doing something else. Like I know one time I was just playing 3DS, whatever, and he would just ask me like, you know, what should I name it, and I just say something, and whatever I said, that's what he would name it. And then it got to the point where he would just look at me and say, just say anything. And that's just what the vehicle would be named. So now it's becoming a recurring theme in my life where I will just say words, and then people are just like, alright, those words you just said, I'm gonna title that.
It's a good way of naming things if you don't know what to call them. Just whatever anyone says, that's the name.
That's a good question.
The first thing that comes to anyone's mind, even if they're not talking to you, the nearest person, whatever the first thing they say is.
Like the one time when Mike named a vehicle, me saying, what did you say? That's what he named it.
Beautiful.
God almighty. Help me, Lord, because I'm losing the ability to breathe. Guess why?
Gas. Why?
Keep right, and then exit right.
That was so stupid. I shouldn't have made me
Right.
laugh. I see you nodding
Get
your head
ready,
like,
sir,
yeah. Yes, why?
Turn right.
Oh my god. Gas cast.
The gas cast.
Right, and then turn right.
A whole new line of gas stations.
Turn right.
Here's where you fill up. Not the way you think. You go there and everything
You
is
go
air
there to
pumps, and
eat
you're like,
tubs of mayonnaise. Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, like, you go there and there's no gas pumps. You just see well, there is, just not the kind of thing.
Soda
Because
pumps.
they're all I was gonna say they're like air pumps.
Oh no.
You're just like, hey, I thought this was a gas station. You know, where's the gas?
You make it yourself.
Well, what do you mean? Oh, you see those pumps outside? Well, yeah, they don't have gas in them. Yeah, they do.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
No one saw that.
I didn't.
Good. Speaking of gas.
straight.
No.
Time for me to fill up.
Anyway. So, like I said, my face hurts.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep, Richter's playing Destiny. Take a shot every time you hear Richter playing Destiny. And you will.
Yeah. Take a shot every
excuse
time you
me.
hear someone moving furniture.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that.
Mhm. I honestly, I usually don't even like. I like tone it out. Like I know what
Yeah,
the
but-
noise is, but I'm so used to it, I just forget about it.
And the worst part is, like, I don't see it coming.
Mm.
Just like the gas talk, I don't see it coming.
You smell
Touche. Or should I say touche?
Tushy,
Hey.
tushy. What does he play in Destiny? Like, what class does he play? I guess.
I don't fucking know.
I'm saying, I don't know what the
Anything
fuck
about
they're
this
called. There's Titan, Hunter, and then Pussy Bitch. And it's Warlock.
I think that is it, but
I don't know, I hear everyone make fun of the other one. I don't know what the third one is, but I know, like, everyone makes fun of them. And then, except for them, it's like a fight between Hunters and Titans.
I don't know. Sometimes I just want to go to him and say, "You want to just put the game down?"
You wanna come and talk
You want-
about thoughts, honey?
I think you'd have a better time if you talked about farts with us, because I mean, we are almost at an hour.
Yeah, 52 minutes.
Oh my god, we got 8 minutes ago.
Should
And then we'll
get
have
him in
reached-
here. Get him in this stream as well to talk about farts.
He won't know what to say. He'll just wonder why we're talking so long about farts.
That'd be great.
Meanwhile, me still trying to take this personality quiz, but getting distracted with the fart talk.
Mm.
Like, now I'm just like, okay, well, how about instead of a personality test, we'll just do, what kind of farts do you have? What kind of farts do you produce? What's
Many.
your fart personality? Many. Do you do the silent but deadly or loud and proud?
Yes. Both. I do what
Yeah.
I do what Maymains do. I just kind of hit both, and the game will figure out which one to do.
What kind of fart are you?
What
What's your
kind of
process?
fart are you? I'm a. No, I'm not saying that.
You have to.
I was gonna say I'm a wet fart. Silent but deadly.
This is all reminding me.
I'm those like generic YouTube cartoon fart sounds. I'm fart with reverb.
Go straight.
I'm just imagining fart with reverb got this like other laugh out of me. Like, earlier I had that. Now you get that.
I love your giggle fits.
Go straight.
I should change my follower sound to fart with reverb. Just lean into the joke more. Just
Almost spilled my fucking water again.
Go straight.
Oh my
Whoops.
god. I remember fucking Mott clipped me just having a or no, who was
I think it was
having a giggle fit?
I don't remember.
I don't even know if like the
I do- I-
the
I did-
Slime
I was-
server-
I know it's on the channel because I was looking through clips to add to the trailer and I watched that one. It's great. It's
I have not watched it. I don't want to listen to myself giggle.
No, it's amazing.
Should we just add that to the drinking game? Take a shot every time I have a giggle fit? Maybe
Yes.
not, because then you'd probably die.
Yes. I mean, shit, who was it before who said take a shot every time I sniff? Like, you would die within 20 minutes. Like, it's just part of my breathing at this point.
Breathing farts.
Yes. Sniffing.
Like the the one TikTok.
I love that video. See, it's really neat how the camera looks like a third person. Like,
Go
I
straight.
love the double snitch. The zoom in is what really sells it. It's like you can practically feel the
The
fart
cats.
intake.
you can practically feel the gas hit you on the face. You can feel the warmth. Ah.
Oh god, it's one of the things I don't like. Yeah, to me, farts are funny, but the thing I don't like thinking about is like, oh yeah, it's so warm. Like, I don't wanna think about that.
See,
But-
that's the
but at the
problem.
same
That's the
time-
problem. It's like I find them fucking
straight.
funny as hell, but like I always forget that like I'm on the internet. People find them hot. Like I can't just
tell you
laugh
what's-
about it without someone watching and going, I am horny now.
Let me tell you what was funny. It was during the winter one time. I generally saw
Go straight.
this is when I was still working at the liquor store.
Hmm.
I saw someone. I saw them fart outside, and the reason why I say I saw them fart is because I saw the. Like, you know when you breathe out your mouth and you see your breath.
I'm guessing it was a cold day. I'm guessing.
It was a very cold day, and so I see from their butt. I see the.
Oh my god, I'm imagining that. That is fucking amazing.
I nearly lost my shit so hard.
Oh my
I-
god. Just
I was. It was a customer too. That's why I was trying so hard not to laugh.
just you see them do that and then they come in and like you're serving them. Like, oh hey, it's like, oh hey, can I get this bottle of air freshener? Like yeah.
Bottle of air freshener.
At a liquor store, of course.
Go straight.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there is like a
General
There's-
convenience.
sparkly wine which is carbonated, so you know it's
Close enough.
gassy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still yelling about Destiny.
I didn't actually hear it that time.
Go straight.
God damn it! Now it's just imagining like the fucking Destiny classes, but they're all fart based. The fart
Titan.
lock.
Fartin.
Fart.
I love playing the Fartin class in Halo.
I love
John
love
Halo
the alien,
Fartin Mark III.
I love the alien race in Halo known as the Smellites.
2 hours of your grandma. Huh.
Have fun, Grandma.
Yeah.
Have we made it to an hour yet? Can we not talk about farts?
30 seconds.
Go
Oh my
straight.
god. So anyway, yeah. Long story short, farts are funny. I can't stop giggling about them.
I'm still thinking about the fact that you saw that dude's fart because of how cold it was. I'm still like
It was at night too.
I want to do that. Like this is
It It was a very cold day. It was at night.
Like, I genuinely hate that farts are like a fetish thing, because I would fucking like, I would do that and just like at night on a cold night, I would like record that, like, just like farting and then like a little like puff of like,
This puff of
like,
cold but warm air. Just pull my pants down. Hey, hang on, guys, I'm making a YouTube video. King Grab Serpent's like, oh yeah, I'm pretty good one.
Jesus Christ, it would be a flamethrower. It'd be like a fog machine.
You can't explain it, but inexplicably during the middle of his, like, 12-second part, there's a voiceover. Did you see it? And about 30
Keep
seconds
right,
in, you can see
then
this
turn right.
this white dot shows up in the middle of the frame.
Fucking god.
Was it
Turn
like
right.
a speck of dust or something weirder?
Hmm.
Let us know in the comments below. So anyway, it was a fart ghost.
Bonked the wall.
Oh, I had to cough so hard I had to mute myself. Okay.
Alright, thoughts are
Personality
over.
quiz.
Personality
Farts
time.
done.
I'm stuck. Help. I did it.
You know what? I'm just gonna start all over. We're just going to get yours out of the way.
God. It's like a whole bunch of like agree and disagree things, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So, from the top, you regularly make new friends. You know,
Neutral.
it's like,
Neutral, okay.
I don't know.
Then turn
I don't
left.
try to make new friends. That just kind of happens.
alright, we'll
Turn
leave it at
left.
neutral.
Hmm.
No, also keep in mind, like, this thing is a very broad question here.
Yeah. I know you. I
Just
know
take it
you're
with a grain of
supposed to
salt.
like be as not neutral as possible.
Get ready to turn left.
Could I play Back
Yeah,
4 Blood?
but even
Back 4
so-
Blood's good. I mean, I've played it. I've played every beta so far, so closed and open. It's been good every time.
Now drop the load and go.
Mm-mm.
Back for Bussy.
Oh, he's just not gonna my bussy bops.
So next question. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest, farts not included.
Fuck. Hold on. What's that? Wait, repeat it.
You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest.
I would say, yeah, I'd say I do.
Would you say, like, you strongly agree, middle agree, or somewhat agree?
Fuck, I don't know. Middle agree.
If you want, I can just put strongly agree.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Because you seem very confident about it.
Come on.
I'm not. You know what? No, I'm not allowed to do the. It's got to be full agree or full disagree. I'm not allowed to have any of the slightly agrees.
You can also go completely neutral.
Yeah, I'm only allowed to have those three. I'm not allowed to have the middles.
Yeah, that's fine.
The in-betweens. That's my
seeing-
personal rule.
Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry
Turn
too.
right.
Yes.
Okay. You
Get ready
often
to
make a
turn right.
backup plan for a backup plan.
No. I don't even make a backup plan half the time.
You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure.
Nope.
Yeah, sounds about right. No disrespect, obviously. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know.
Yes.
Keep left.
Yeah.
Then turn left.
You prefer to completely
Turn
finish
left.
one project before starting another.
It's, I don't really start many projects. I'm not sure. I
Well,
bet
down the middle.
I don't start many projects and I don't finish many either. Invite me,
We'll just put
bitches.
that in the
Oh,
middle.
okay. You can join us in talking about farts.
As well as taking the personality quiz.
Yay, fart jokes. That's what I'm known for at this point.
So next question. You are very, or I guess, question, and you are very sentimental.
I don't know what that means.
Sentimental is like, well, I'll give you the textbook definition.
What's the easy to understand definition? Also, I see a schnitz in the waiting room.
I'll drag him in a sec.
Yeah.
It's marked or governed by feeling, sensibility, or emotional idealism.
So emotionally
resulting-
driven.
Yeah, a lot of times. This is Merriam-Webster, but let me use dictionary.com. Expressive of or appealing to sentiment, especially the tender emotions and feelings as love, pity, or nostalgia, which most people, when they think sentimental, they usually think nostalgic and maybe getting a little emotional in some way through that nostalgia.
I would say yeah to that.
Go
Alright.
straight.
Alright, I'll drag Schnitzel in.
Fuck.
So, next one.
Going up.
The next one is you like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists.
Actually,
Neutral.
Actually, yes, I like doing that.
Well, this isn't for you.
Damn.
We'll do. You know what? We. I mean, you've taken the 16 personality thing before. I'm pretty sure you have.
Maybe.
Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall
Go
abilities and
straight. Yes.
knowledge.
100.
Like, how do I more than fully agree? How do I don't even need to fuck up. Like, I can do well, and I'll still be like, wow, I hate this.
Where's the 200% agree button?
You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation.
Nope.
Go straight.
Ooh.
I will
right.
be terrified of them.
You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works.
Say that again?
You are not interested, well, not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works.
I'd say disagree to that. I like talking about that stuff.
I feel the same way.
You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart.
Nope. I don't follow either.
Go straight.
Do you want me to put middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stop now.
I mean, it's like you can say, it's just I'm not answering for you.
Got it. Okay.
You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine.
Yeah, I'd say I do that. Very
Same.
spur of
Go
the moment.
straight.
I'm terrible at planning ahead.
You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet.
Yeah, no. I worry about what impression I give to people I've known for years. Like,
Keep right.
Yeah.
And then exit right.
Agreed.
You enjoy participating in
right.
group activities.
yeah.
Okay.
Turn
I feel
left.
middle of the road there.
Too big.
This ain't my test. Boo hoo.
I mean, obviously,
You
it
like-
depends on the people, but in general,
Yeah.
I like doing group things. I like being with other people. I'm lonely.
You like You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending.
Sure.
You know, the good
Yeah,
old, like,
sure.
"Oh, you know, that's really a thinker."
I guess.
I don't personally.
I don't know. I don't really watch or read many movies
I'll
or
put
books
that in the
in
middle.
general, so yeah, neutral again.
Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments.
Yes, I would say yes.
Okay.
See, I would like my own accomplishments every once in a while, but
You are happy for others.
yeah.
Yeah, for certain.
You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to
Go
try
straight.
next.
Yes.
Okay. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Constantly.
It's just I was gonna say yes before you even said you are prone to worrying. It's like, don't even finish that sentence. I'm prone to worrying.
And farts.
I am prone to farts, as in I go prone underneath the butt cheeks when they fart.
Oh yeah, fart that pussy, baby.
Ah,
Oh, God.
good queef for me, baby. Oh yeah. Where's Queen Ass Ripper? Queen Pussy Ripper.
He's just here.
We've been, and it's my fault too.
God.
Oh, fuck.
I hope Paradox isn't listening.
I don't give a shit.
You avoid leadership roles in group settings.
Yes.
I do.
No, I don't like being responsible if something goes wrong.
You are definitely not an artistic person. Or rather, artistic type of person.
Disagree. I like
I think
thinking
if you-
artistically.
Yeah, I think if you have like a,
Mm.
I think if you have a persona of any kind, that makes you at least slightly artistic.
I've seen some personas that would make you disagree.
Fair enough.
Ready to turn right.
You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings.
Turn right.
Neutral.
Yeah.
I don't know. World's fucked. Like,
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
if you asked me that 3 years ago, I'd say yes, but now I think you need to have some heart in order to make a good decision.
Hmm.
I think so too. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax.
I've got shit I haven't done for months.
So no.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Look how long it took me to update my channel trailer. Like.
True. You enjoy watching people argue.
Yes.
That didn't take long.
It's funny.
It is pretty funny. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's not really helpful when I'm a fucking content creator.
Okay. Your mood can change very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also agree.
You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you.
No. I kind of like it. I like having breathing room.
Yeah.
Like I can get my side done and then kind of help the other person or just kind of take a break.
Understandable.
Mm.
Honestly, if you'd asked me that, like, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, why aren't they as efficient as me? But now I'm just like, and kind of same thing. I was like,
Hmm.
I got a little time to relax. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm good. You often end up doing things at the last possible.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even need to finish that one.
Yeah.
I think we all.
Yeah.
I think we all agree on that one.
Hmm.
Oh, not me, but
Okay, Miss Prissy Pants, Miss Boss Lady.
hey, I mean, I can't help that I'm actually pretty efficient. You have
Rub
always.
that salt in the wound, why don't you?
I mean, hey, if I need to get stuff done, I'll get it done quickly. But there are some things that I'm like, it can wait. It can...
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, I'd say that one's neutral. That's
Okay.
because there are times there's like, no, I will get this done as soon as I'm told, like, or as soon as I need to.
You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death.
Not really.
Me personally, I think about that a lot.
Mm.
That's me.
I think
don't.
about it, but I wouldn't say I'm interested in the answer. Like, even if I know the answer, like,
I don't know, I guess every
what am I
once in
gonna
a
do with
blue
that
moon I think
information?
about it.
mm.
Yeah, it's like every once in a blue moon I have a quick
Yeah.
thought and then I'm just like, who cares? I'll just live my best life now.
It's like, what am I gonna do with that information? Fucking die? Like, like, well, now I have to know.
Go
Oh
straight.
yeah, now we can go back to what we were laughing about last week. Not dying without
the last thing you see before you die is Mario. It's the fucking CGI like tracked Mario head.
No.
What if instead of that it was like Mario in that Got Milk commercial?
Oh god.
He just suddenly turns giant on top of you.
It's Mario in
around.
the it's Mario from like Mario Party
Exit right.
when he's getting arrested.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The last thing you see is Mario getting arrested. It's like, I want to help you. No.
No, it's not the light at the end of the tunnel. It's the Mario at the end of the hallway.
So next is you usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own.
That's a neutral one. That depends on my mood. I do like being alone sometimes.
I get that.
I would put that as a slightly agree for myself.
You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical.
No, I disagree with that.
Okay.
I too disagree.
Yeah.
Keep right. And then
I-
exit right.
I don't know. Theory talking get weird for me, but
I mean, again, it's like it
Exit
depends,
right.
but in general, I
Yeah.
would say yeah.
you find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours.
I'd say yeah.
Turn left.
I think so.
You know,
You
I'm
usually.
gonna. Sorry,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I used to find it very difficult to relate from people that that had different beliefs compared to mine. But since the Fox server opened up, and I'm talking to these people, like I used to believe that I would never talk to someone who had like certain beliefs in their Twitter bios, but now I'm becoming mutual with them, and it's kind of fascinating to hear their side and not be yelling at each other.
It's like I told you before. It's almost like having an open mind is a good thing.
Yeah. Open
Nah,
up your
terrible.
brain. Lobotomize yourself. Open up your brain.
You know, that's also understandable.
Yeah.
Eric, sorry about that. Go on.
Next one, you usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. That kind of goes along
Go straight.
with the one earlier about, you know, just putting off things to the last possible minute.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. Decisions are hard.
Yeah.
I don't really. I never really make final decisions, so I'd say yeah. I do push them off. Like I'll make a decision, and then like a week later I'll change it. Like,
You rarely second guess the choices that you have made.
disagree.
After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need.
No, disagree.
Okay. You enjoy going to art museums.
Nope.
Not at all.
Because
I
art
see, and
museums
I cannot.
fucking suck nowadays. I mean, actually, like, I do like museums, but just art museums specifically don't interest me as much.
Yeah.
Get ready to turn
You
left.
often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings.
Disagree.
You like to have a
Turn
to-do
left.
list for each day.
No.
I already know the answer to this one. You rarely feel insecure.
Take a wild
I-
guess.
I answered it for you.
my whole identity is feeling insecure. Is
I'm answering this one for you because I think I already know the answer. You avoid making phone calls.
I usually never have to, but I mean, yeah, I do, I guess.
Do you want me to put it in the middle?
Sure, yeah.
Alright.
I mean, if I have to, then yeah, but like, if it's something that's just like, yeah, like, hey, talk to family, and I'm like, man, I don't like my family. I don't like.
You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own.
Yeah, because some of them fucking confuse me.
So you want to understand.
Yeah, I want her to understand why your brain is so fucking wrong. Fucking.
Exactly. Based.
I mean, there are some rules where it's like, not rules. There are some like views where it's like it makes sense, but like I don't get it, so I will like genuinely try and be like, oh well, based on their background, like why do they think this? But then there are some where it's just like, how are you so fucking stupid? Like that's what I want to understand. Like what happened in your life that led you to think this shit was right? Like.
In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities.
No.
Yeah, no. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible.
That's another depends one. I don't know. I'm neutral.
Alright.
Situational.
You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago.
Yes.
Always.
You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life.
No, not really. I don't know. I just sort of like, I mean, I think about it, but then sort of like, what does that do for me? Like,
Yeah, for me, I'm just like,
like why are we here? Like
don't
fucking,
care.
it's like, it's like, why are we here? What is our purpose? I don't fucking know. Like, my purpose is
I
to
just
not
go at
fucking
it.
starve. Like,
I just go at it, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm sure I'll find out eventually, but I don't care today.
someone much smarter and more qualified than me will find that out eventually. And then I'll
feel
just wait
like-
for them to tell me.
So let's see, you rarely contemplate. So I guess that would be agree.
Yeah.
Hey, what just happened?
Oh, so I was itching my eye. What happened? Demo man
sorry,
agrees. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I knew I forgot to do something.
Your emotions control you more than you control them.
Yes.
Go straight.
You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it is completely their fault.
No.
Yeah, I was thinking, no.
Bitch, if you fuck up, that's on you. I ain't gonna back you up if you do stupid shit.
If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Exit now.
Like, yeah, freedom of speech also means freedom to tell you that you fucked up. You
Turn right.
Now you fucked up.
It's all over
Your
now.
personal
East
work
River
style. Yeah, let's get that out of the way. Unfortunately,
Hmm?
one of the founding members of the Weiss Kids, Trevor Moore passed away, and that pissed me off so much.
Yeah.
But moving on. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, why do you think all of the best stuff I've made is at like 3 a.m.?
Oh, I think I already know the answer to this.
I'm a
When-
woman. I have to
When
stop
someone-
my truck before taking screenshots? What the fuck? The fuck?
Oh, come on.
I mean, I still got it. I'm a woman.
So, next one.
I'm setting
When
that as my
someone-
Twitter banner.
Yes.
When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you.
Yes. I
I used
also
to
think,
not think that, but-
fucking why?
Yeah. I used to not think that, but I do now.
hmm
You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time.
I mean, that's technically what my job is now. So yes.
Yeah. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time.
No, I'd disagree with that.
Okay.
I think it's good for the mind.
You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places.
No.
Yeah, that's a no.
I like me
You
some
know at
peace and
first-
quiet.
Let's do this.
You know at
Rereading.
first glance how someone is feeling.
I'd say yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm good at reading people in that regard.
Oh, excuse me. You often feel overwhelmed.
Turn left.
Yes.
Yeah. You complete things
the
methodically without
Take the
skipping over
second
any
exit.
steps.
That's a neutral.
Exit now.
You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial.
Yes.
Yeah, same.
Yes. I mean, shit. I was gonna say we spent an hour talking about farts. Like, would that I was gonna say, would that count as controversial? Everybody farts.
Go straight.
Nope. I saw the red light. I just completely forgot that means stop. I just I'm smart.
You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more.
Neutral. Depends on who that someone else is.
Yeah, I totally feel that. You struggle with deadlines.
Yes.
You feel confident that things will work out for you.
No.
And your gender, female.
Yes.
See results?
My personality is fucking stupid.
I'm not surprised.
It's
Yours
fucking
is the,
stupid? It's fucking...
No, you specifically got the mediator personality. INFP-T.
I think that's what I got last time I did it as well. Whoops.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised.
I don't know
but,
what that means. But I also know that thing gives you like a fucking essay of information about that personality type, so I don't want you to read the whole thing.
Oh no, so back in I want to say 2016. This I believe, yeah, this was my personality type back in like 2016 when my depression was at its worst.
Well, that's a good sign for me. Well,
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of particularly depressed people usually get the mediator.
huh.
Meanwhile, when I took it, I believe last
Go
year,
straight.
I got the entertainer personality type. Which, considering how much I love to entertain, that's not a big surprise.
Yeah. I mean, I do like entertaining people, but I'm also really fucking depressed.
Oh yeah, I'm fine, y'all. I was really depressed. But yeah, I'll probably retake it again for myself after the stream to see if it's changed at all in a year. Probably not, but I don't know. So with all that said, I think we've covered quite a lot of ground today. Well, actually no, we haven't.
I don't know. We covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we covered a lot of air.
We've taken up the airspace.
I mean, you covered up a lot. You covered a lot of ground on the virtual road.
Yeah. Driven for miles. Talking about farts. This cabin smells.
Been emitting a lot of virtual emissions. A lot of virtual gas.
Yeah.
She's fighting
Gamer
the video game.
gas.
Oh.
That's damage to the truck.
Surprisingly not, it would have come up. The little like tablet window would have popped up saying that I dealt damage, so surprisingly not. I need to repair my truck actually. It's been at like 40% damage for the past like 3 streams.
Oh god.
I just keep forgetting.
Normally we would go a little longer, but I think for your health's sake, we should probably end it soon.
Nah.
I don't know. I don't want you pushing yourself harder.
I'm doing fine for now. I'll probably will end it shorter though.
If you could indulge me, for a moment and pardon my ignorance, what's happening?
Oh, Fan has COVID.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, I haven't really been saying it everywhere. I don't know. I don't like people worrying.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like I know I'll live. I know.
yeah. If I had to guess, you're gonna be fine. You know, you seem like you have a decent like immunity system, so I think you'd be fine. Just
straight.
if you start feeling major fatigue, more so than you already might be feeling, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're like, how heavy are your eyelids right now?
They're fine, honestly.
Alright, then you should be good for.
I'm sort of in that post phase where like I was just tired like an hour ago, but now I've got energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you should probably be fine for like.
I
another
haven't
15.
even finished my coffee. It's
Very
probably
nice.
fucking cold by now, but you know, I don't care.
Yeah.
I have terrible taste buds.
I mean, well, cold coffee isn't necessarily bad, especially if you put it on ice.
I know I love iced coffee, but like hot coffee that's gone cold,
Get ready.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
But I drink it
Yeah.
anyway because I need it.
Turn
Well,
right.
at work we don't necessarily have that option, so I just get some hot coffee, put some ice in it, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, yes,
Oop.
yes, this is good.
There we go.
This is
There's
good.
the damage.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Oops. Yeah, no,
I mean, yes, that's
I
pretty,
like
that's pretty
iced
much
coffee.
how I make it.
Yeah.
Usually just put like a tiny bit of boiling water in it, mix it, chuck the ice in, and then fill it up with milk.
That
Mm.
smells nice, actually.
It's really good.
What kind of coffee do you prefer?
We don't have proper like machines and stuff, so we always use instant coffee. But I do like, I don't know, I just like coffee. I'm not too picky.
I guess what I mean is, like, do you have a preference in brand?
No, yeah. Again, I'm not really
right.
picky.
Okay, I see. Gotcha.
I think the one that we have the most is Nescafe, because it's just the easiest to get here. But every once in a while we do cheap out and get like store brand, and honestly, I barely notice the difference.
Yeah, understandable.
Like it's
I-
it's instant coffee. There isn't much else you can do.
Yeah. Now, me personally, I think that I can. Sorry if you heard that. I think I can taste the difference in between Folgers and Maxwell House. So
I can
I
too.
yeah, so I prefer Folgers. I
Yeah.
do not like Maxwell House.
Never. I mean, I do taste the differences. Obviously, like I do prefer Nescafe, but like after like 2 cups, it's pretty. I'm pretty much just like it's coffee. It's
Yeah.
I've forgotten
Yeah.
how much better Nescafe is already. Just
Yeah.
as the brand, rich coffee is good enough for me.
Yeah. Especially if you're like on the road. For example, when Panda and I, back in 2016, had to, our family chose to evacuate from Hurricane Matthew at the time.
Yeah.
We took a couple of stops to drink.
To
I think it
refuel.
was, yeah, yeah. I remember one particular gas station. I think it was a racetrack where we just got some of their coffee. I remember. Now it was like really late at night, but I remember enjoying it a fair amount. But maybe it's just because it was late and I really needed something to keep me
Yeah.
energized.
Honestly, that is one thing I hate, where it's like I will have like really good coffee, but it's like not coffee I've had at home, so I never know what the brand was. It's just like, no, I will never see you again.
Yeah. At my workplace.
I really enjoy, I enjoy this, the brand that, it is more expensive. Das Bog is more expensive, but I really enjoy it. Like, it is the kind of coffee that I'm just like, yes, I can drink this just straight black, and it's fucking delicious.
Yeah. Can't
There
do
was
that
one
with
that
a lot of instant coffees.
Yeah. There was one that I had recently that was from Target. That was like this. It's one of Target's own brands, but
Oh, the caramel one?
no, actually, it was a chocolate one.
Ooh.
That was pretty good, and because at first I wasn't sure what to make of it because I was so used to Folgers, but after a couple more cups, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I can enjoy this without milk. That's all I have to say about that without getting into like super premium brands like the Black Rifle coffee. That's like expensive stuff. That's like $16 for a 12-ounce bag.
Jesus.
That's
Yep.
definitely good.
It's fucking delicious.
Better be.
Yeah. There was another one. That was like Valhalla Java. I forgot what the company was, but that was also about the same price, and that's also really good coffee.
Right.
That I think you can get a pound for $15.99. So take that
That's
for
not
what you will.
bad.
Yeah, take that for what you will. Any more coffee talk?
Nothing I can think of. Like, on the rare
To mess with the
occasion,
calibration on
Go
this.
straight.
on the now rare occasion that I actually add any kind of creamer to my coffee, you know, I do make it like I don't know, I'm not too big on like milk in my coffee. I feel like it's just not enough, so I do prefer like just taking some kind of creamer, like even just some like some whipping cream. I'll just pour a little bit of that in. That's on a rare occasion.
You mentioning cream my coffee just makes me think of the
Oh yeah,
Saturday.
I need to change my Steam. I need to change my Steam name.
No, it's a good name. Keep it.
Yeah, that's a great name. But the Saturday Phasmophobia stream on Mars Corner's channel.
Oh yeah,
when
that was good.
when I convinced them to have you on, and the first
How
thing
did you
they see is
convince them to have me on?
it's because I told them that you were good at the game.
You're also
That's pretty
fucking
good.
funny.
Yes.
Hmm.
And it's like the first thing they see is your user name. That gave them a good laugh.
Yeah, I did hear them getting a laugh out of the username.
Now we just gotta get Fen to get on one of those streams
Oh no.
for real gamer hours.
Oh my god, please. I would love that so much.
I mean, you know, Fen's a VTuber, Mars a VTuber, they're all VTubers.
Disgusting.
Digital.
Could be a VTuber. It's disgusting.
Could be me.
I wish COVID on all of you.
Don't.
Oh, in case you're wondering, the cough wasn't from COVID, it was just from fart intake.
Yeah. I'm
You see that, Twitch?
healing. The gas is healing me.
Genji from Overwatch, I need healing.
I mean, isn't that essentially Moira? She uses
It
healing
is.
fart gas to heal you, and then she sucks the farts out of the
Go
enemies.
Well, no more.
It's just to heal her teammates, she farts on them, and then to get the healing stuff from the enemy, she's just like.
She puts her mouth on Soldier 76's ass, just like. Soldier 76 is like, what the hell are you doing?
And right back to farts.
My teammates! We can't get away. It just.
Ah, God, it's
like-
a
it had-
curse. It's.
It had one serious moment, and we just go right back.
Do you think
Are you
Win-
not entertained?
Do you think Winston's farts like taste like bananas?
I don't like that you say taste. I was gonna say smell like bananas, but you saying taste just probably.
Here's the canon that Moira really does just, suck up people's parts of their mouth.
Steam's doing their thingy, whatever the word
Oh,
is. I've
no.
forgotten.
It's another stupid update.
Oh, it's Tuesday, so they're doing their thing. Fuck, what's the
Oh,
word?
yeah.
Maintenance, that's the word. That's the,
Right,
I'm
right.
so smart.
Well,
Yeah.
you have a legitimate excuse.
Happens every stream. Or every truck stream. Because
Yeah.
every Tuesday at midnight here, they do their maintenance. Luckily, it doesn't affect this because it's the multiplayer mod. Which means fuck you, convoys. I don't need you.
Here, just take a whiff of your farts and you'll be alright.
I think my avatar disagrees. It keeps pulling the sad face. That's why I was saying earlier I need to recalibrate it, because I look over and my avatar's sad. It's like, why? What's wrong? What's wrong?
Your avatar's just like, oh, I don't like farts.
Yeah, I was gonna say my avatar is actually like a separate entity to me. It's just like it's just pissed that we're talking about farts all the time.
Oh god.
I mean, shit. I'm a VTuber. I have to like half roleplay, don't I? Like, it's what everyone else does.
Partially.
Oh, you discovered Stockholm syndrome.
Ah, perfect timing. We're talking about gas.
Yes.
Stockholm syndrome is me finally giving in to the farts.
No, Stockholm syndrome is you believing you're Moira, and you're just sucking in people's farts through your mouth.
Exit
God.
right.
I need to heal my teammates.
I mean, I play Lucio when I play Overwatch, so I guess I use farts as well. And Lucio's just constantly farting, and anyone who's in smelling distance gets healed. Or sped up, I guess. He has crack farts as well.
Play a whole new meaning to his catchphrase. Oh, let's break it down.
He's breaking the sound barrier. Oh, I
You
wish
know, that
I
people
wish I
are-
could mod that game. So like instead of the normal like boom, like it's just let's break it down.
What'd be even better is like if you modded it and everyone heard it.
Oh my god.
I was thinking to myself where it's modded, where after he does that, his pants look a little bigger.
Oh no.
Go straight.
He just shotted. He just
He's
And, you know,
on the-
and he follows it up with, "Whoo! Hope nobody saw that."
That's how you get tinnitus. That's. Okay, I specifically got that like quote just to mess with Mont.
Oh my god.
I also
Because
have his laughing emote just so I can Schadenfreude anytime I bump someone off of the map. I'm a scout with a force of nature. I can't help it. If someone falls off the map, I'm gonna laugh at them. I'm gonna.
Keep right.
You just got blown away by my farts, baby. Oh
You know,
man.
that reminds, like, bringing up both the Scout and Lucio reminds me, it's like, while the
Exit
designs of the characters are good, they aren't as memorable as TF, like, their
Oh, no.
personalities nowhere near as
Yeah.
memorable as TF2.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Turn right.
It's it's mostly the women in
Ooh,
Overwatch that.
No one saw that.
That was
Fucking just almost tipped over.
This game's broken.
Yeah, because it's also like recognizability. Because like TF2's like characters are specifically made so that like even if you're playing the game in black and white,
Second exit.
you can tell who is like on which team.
Yeah.
Whereas like with Overwatch, fuck knows what's going on. Like half the time I play the game in as full color as I can get, and I still can't tell who's on whose side half the time. Like
Turn left.
that like Overwatch has less players per team, but it's still harder to follow what's happening.
Turn right.
BRB. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go
I need to play
straight.
TF2 more. It's a fun game. I just suck at
Richter
it.
has just brought me dinner.
Turn left.
Earlier than usual.
Then turn right.
Just a little bit.
Whoops. Again, I just wasn't looking.
Turn right.
Chili
Ooh.
with cornbread.
Oh.
Good driving.
Put that in the VC.
Good driving. Thank you, Shadow.
Thank you, Shadow the Hedgehog. We appreciate you.
Oh, I'm not tabbed into the VC actually. Well, good timing. Once I'm done with this, I can tab into VC and look at what you eaten.
Oh, hell yeah.
do love food.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a good stream.
Mm.
Okay, sorry about that.
Informative stream. That's okay.
I was eating dinner and I hadn't put my plate away, and the dog was,
Mm.
you know, he wanted to.
He was
lick the
hungry.
plate. Yeah, he was hungry.
Mm.
He's like, give me your plate. I want to lick it.
I have 250k. The fuck do I do with it? Oh, never mind. Messages fail to load. I can't look at what you're eating. Thank you, Discord. Alright. Now, I'm gonna go and repair my truck. Oh, there we go. Woo!
Look at that fancy truck and that fancy boat.
Look good.
We should slash their tires.
Yeah. Why are you beeping at me? There's no collision here. Shut up. How do I get there? Fuck. Oh, this way. I'll do like one more job and then call it a stream.
Alrighty.
Alright.
It's almost been 2 hours. It's not too bad.
It's good.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you can see now why I love being a part of these truck streams.
Cause they're
Absolutely.
fucking great. These are the best streams of the week.
Yeah.
These are
Well, I mean-
these are always the streams where I get the most viewers.
I mean, I've caught a couple of them in the past before, so I know they are quite entertaining.
They are a fine art. A fart.
You spit out the chili.
Oh man,
You
speaking of
got water
farts,
to... What?
it's chilly.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, Mama has gas.
Oh dear.
You're attracting a whole new breed of fans.
I don't care.
Want to see it?
Fart press is still good press.
That'll be just your slogan for this year.
2021, fart press is good press.
Fart press
Sure.
is
Let's see
still
what I can
good
upgrade
press.
with this truck. Stop beeping at me, you fuck. Can I even
not sure.
upgrade this anymore? I haven't maxed out.
I'm not sure if you guys saw on Twitter, but the actor Idris Elba has confirmed that he'll be voicing Knuckles in the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie.
Oh hell yeah!
Who is it?
Yeah, Idris Elba.
I just don't know.
So last night I got to watch the Suicide Squad, and he was great as Bloodsport.
Mm.
Have you? Hold on.
IDRIS, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's IDRAS. You're
Hmm.
right.
Thank you.
So I think for you, Panda, the best way you would know is he was Shere Khan in the Jungle Book movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's also Heimdall in Thor.
Oh, it's Heimdall. Okay, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, so Heimdall's gonna be voicing Knuckles.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. He's got a great voice, he's a great actor, and I think he'd be great for Knuckles.
Man, the second Sonic movie's looking better and better.
Mm.
It really is, yeah. Yeah. and again, he's freaking great in the Suicide Squad.
Oh,
Which, but by the way, that was a great movie. I highly recommend it.
I've heard it's actually pretty good.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just don't get attached to any of the characters.
Because all of them die at the end. Every
Close
single
enough.
one of them.
The best ones. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
So basically, Harley
Just a
Quinn lives.
fucking bear. Ah, damn. Ah, damn.
Spoilers, yes.
God, these colors suck. These decals. I want something that looks better. Okay, I'm just sticking with this.
Should we add me eating dinner on stream to the drinking game?
I mean that happens once every stream, so yeah, that's like a free space in the fucking like.
Yeah. And eats dinner on stream, free space.
Ah.
Oh, that'd be funny. Drinking game bingo card.
Yeah.
What happens when you fill out a bingo?
Hmm.
Well, hopefully you'll be awake to see the end result.
Sure, let's put fucking roll cages on my truck.
Yeah, protect yourself.
Yeah. Ah, I got new wheels apparently.
Take a shot every time Schnitzel isn't there to support his friends.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm calling myself out here.
These are just for design. I don't give a shit about these. I want to change the tires. I've already got the best tires, I think. It doesn't say.
I'm about to say something really mean.
Do it.
The drinking game requires things that are relevant to Fen streams.
Shit. Ouch. Yeah.
Remember, if the Phasmophobia stream with Martyr proved anything, I know how to be a bitch.
Yeah.
How many sat navs can I put in this car? Air
I don't
freshener.
know.
Yes, for the go gas.
If Mont ever watches the VOD for this, he's gonna hate it.
Oh no.
Mont doesn't watch the VODs.
Fuck, no one does.
Ouch. I watched one VOD once.
Hmm. Can I just put 3? Hell yeah, let's just put a bunch of fucking sandwiches on it.
Yes.
Sure. Paper
Recreate the
towels.
Just recreate the opening to the Resident Evil 2 remake.
The only time someone was watching the VODs of the stream was when she was playing Gex.
Oh yeah, that dude that got upset at me because I kept on hurting Gex. 'Cause every time I would like end or start the stream, I would put Gex on like the flames and set him on fire.
To that person, we say, thank you for watching.
I respect that dude. He actually stuck by on every single stream. What the fuck? Why
didn't
would
watch
you
the
want
streams,
that
he
in a
just watched the
truck?
VODs.
Well, the VODs, yeah. He never came to the why would you have that in a truck? Sure.
Why not?
It's just as I always wanted. That's a pimpmobile.
Chrome the skull? Hell yeah. So
For
fucking
Shao the
cool.
Hedgehog? Yeah.
Oh
Can I put-
yeah.
What the fuck is that for? What? What? Put an egg on my wheel. I'm putting eggs on my wheel. The fuck? What?
Eggman, I pissed on your wife. She's mine now.
I own her. I'm paying 50 grand for this. Jesus Christ. I mean, I did change a bunch of shit.
And Chrome's not, Chrome is not, not cheap.
Hmm. What is the most expensive stuff?
I have this, like, weird thing in me where, if I'm being asked to join someone's stream, like, even if I'm tired from work, I can just turn my energy on.
Hmm.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Kind of the same.
I don't know. I guess I just go into this entertainer mode.
Hmm. Gamer mode.
Nice.
Gaming mode.
I just want to make people laugh, so maybe I could be a good streamer. Who fucking knows?
You would be. Why? I'm not putting the fucking phone. What actually costs 1,000 to put the phone there? Get the fuck. Get. It also costs me £90 to put a roll of paper towel. What the fuck is this pricing? No. How much is the laptop?
Hey,
Better be like 9-ply, the paper towel roll.
hey, this is pretty cool. Today is the 20th anniversary of Samurai Jack.
Oh,
Oh.
cool.
Yeah, I just saw someone retweeted it on Twitter. Someone just drew fan art of Jack and Aku.
Nice.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Hmm.
Hey, Samurai Jack.
This chili is good. I pretty much reached the part of the stream where I'm like, yep, now I'm officially out of conversation.
We're out of gas.
We're out of gas. Our fuel is running low.
Laura, we need healing.
Mm-hmm.
No, pause. Yeah. Where do I find good job? Hell yeah.
What are we waiting for?
I've been kicked for being idle. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Hoggers.
God, that wheel looks fucking horrible. I've also got my fucking drapes on my fucking windshield. God, this is an ugly truck now.
I mean, this is practically your second home. You may as well have it look nice. And by nice, I mean completely tacky.
Hell yeah.
How real truckers live,
Get
right?
ready to turn right.
Probably.
Hang on, I have a friend I can ask him.
Then turn right.
Yes. Do it.
This is a European truck simulator, so.
Okay.
Finally, we are here.
Oh, never mind. Because, you know, he's in the US.
Hmm. What? Garage for sale? What? No, this isn't. What? I wanted to get a job. Fuck? The fuck? Oh, I see why. I'm stupid. I turned the wrong way.
Okay. By the way, Ben, did you hydrate?
Yeah. I saw it come up.
Good, good, good.
I can read sometimes.
That's a Twitch quote. I can read sometimes.
Hello, ladder. This is a predicament.
But can you read this?
No. Yes.
Good.
Oh god, am I actually gonna? Please don't explode. Okay. Did it.
The truck
job.
explodes.
But it's just like the crappy like two frames of like explosion.png.
Yeah.
Where do I load?
So actually, Schnitzel, I don't think you know this. Do you even know why she does these truck streams on Tuesday?
Well, I have a hunch. I'm probably wrong, but I was thinking to myself, this reminds me of
Because I
Trucking
copied the
Tuesdays.
Yogscast? Yes.
Yeah. I was thinking,
Actually,
but-
honestly, it didn't even start off as that. The first Euro Truck stream I did was at like 3 a.m. on a Tuesday.
Interesting.
And it was just because I was tired, I didn't know what to do, and I was just like, fuck it. Like,
Turn left.
like it was easily one of the worst streams I've ever had, but now this is one of the best streams I have every week.
Get ready. Turn
Yeah.
right.
That's funny.
Turn
But
right.
yeah, I was just I almost said it earlier, but I held back because I didn't want to make the comparison.
Hey, they've stopped doing it. I have to continue what they left off.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was just thinking this fills that void.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the modern Truckin' Tuesdays. The public just doesn't know about it
The
yet.
new and improved Truckin' Tuesdays.
Exactly.
Everything went down. Why are all of these lights just off? Like, these traffic lights just aren't on. What?
Take the first exit.
Welcome to Europe.
Welcome to Silent Hill.
Keep right.
Good weather
Exit
today.
right.
It's
Sometimes when there's like a heavy fog over where I live, it feels
Exit
a bit
right.
like Silent Hill.
Mm. It does here as well, because our area has like similar building layout and like I guess building age to like the Silent Hill. At least the first Silent Hill. I haven't played any of the other ones.
Yeah. I just read the title of your stream.
Yeah. We couldn't think of
That
a
make-
name, and that's what Defong said, so that's what the stream's called.
Oh gosh, that reminds me of when long ago when she would oh gosh, this is when our friend Mike was still
The Banjo
alive.
Kazooie thing?
Yep.
That's exactly what I said to her when I did it. I said I'm doing a Banjo Kazooie. Why can't I go over 37 miles an hour?
You're using a budget truck?
This truck is expensive as fuck. I think the game is broken. Because I know when I'm in a city, it limits my speed to 37.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it thinks I'm still in the city.
I guess so.
I hope it stops doing that because this is slow.
Yeah.
And I would like to not be late as fuck with this delivery.
They're gonna. You thought it was bad before. It's like, hey, guess what, bitch? We're coming after you, IRL, for being late in the game.
Ah.
And it's like,
God.
fuck me.
Oh no, please don't. Oh, it went to 38. Come on, please leave the city. How big is this city?
It's too big.
This is what I get for putting eggs on my wheel. I got too much stuff weighing my truck down.
You know,
Oh.
it occurred to me.
Hmm?
It occurred to me that like we started off talking about ice cream,
Yeah,
which then led to farts,
as always.
Yep.
and eventually coffee.
Then
Um,
farts.
16, the 16 personalities,
Hmm.
and
Arts.
yeah, and farts.
It always
So that-
circles
that
back
is
to
what we've-
farts.
That is what we've pretty much covered today.
Yeah.
Yep. I think the important lesson to take away from this is farts are funny, or that fart jokes can be funny when done in an organic matter. Farts.
Keep right.
Farts are pretty organic.
I guess all we're trying to say here is that Dirtfoot is gay, and so is that milkshake that he's holding in his hands.
He likes to quote a very specific moment from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Keep left.
Yes.
And luckily, I know what he's saying.
Yeah. From the Dirtfoot episode.
Fart foot.
It's foot. It's just a cloud of gas with a foot.
Isn't there a
Look
character in Chowder that's just a fart cloud?
out. Oh, Kimchi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is
He's a
quote
pet
unquote-
fart.
Yeah, he's quote unquote voiced by C.H. Greenblatt, the creator. He just makes a bunch of farting out noises, and that's the character.
Beautiful.
Yep. He just goes. That probably sounded horrible on stream, and I apologize.
It barely
Yeah,
even
it's
picked
fine.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like we'd care anyway.
Damn. It's farts. We do care.
Yeah, and as we know, Twitch cares too. Oh, fucking stick that shit in your ass.
Lamau.
So I was like, look, we allow titty streams, but when you're showing that mic,
But we
down
draw
your
the
pants-
line. We draw the line at booty cheek claps.
Just like, especially when you're pushing that against your ass, it's like, oh, I'm trying to masturbate here.
I can't
not
nut to
free
this. The reason it was only a 3-day ban is because one of the other employees was like, wait, but I can.
Yes. Oh, did you hear that? I know, Panda, you heard, but did you hear that over the weekend I achieved a lifelong goal and bought myself a Dreamcast?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dreamcasts are
Mhm.
good. We still have ours.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
Yeah, it's one of my greatest regrets as a kid is passing up on the opportunity to get a Dreamcast. And it was discounted.
Mm.
But I got a good quality Dreamcast for a fair price, and especially what helped is the stuff I was trading in. If I took the cash, I would have gotten $80, but with trade I got 100, so I only paid $10 and change to get this Dreamcast.
That's
Nice.
pretty gaming.
Yeah, and like on Amazon, like a decent Dreamcast goes for $200, so I'm very happy with this.
Still stuck at fucking
You,
37
37 miles
miles
per
an hour. Game, please.
do you have any Dreamcast games?
Not yet, and that's why I'm asking. Look, one step at a time. That's why I'm asking around, asking as someone that's a fan of platform games, fighting games, and like some block puzzle
Power
games.
Stone.
Yeah, Power Stone, that's a good one.
Mm.
Yeah, I should look that one up. And
It's gonna cost you, but
yeah, that's the thing. I'd rather get these for a reasonable price. Like I don't want to spend.
honestly,
I don't want to spend more than 60 on a Dreamcast game, with respect.
Mm.
And
Well,
so
where you bought the Dreamcast from, I guess your best bet would be to see if they have Dreamcast games around that price.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Like I really, the one I really want to get. I know one of the obvious ones is like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but since I already have that on a few other platforms, that can be
Still
saved for.
Xbox.
Yeah. That's one of those things that I think can be like
It's a
saved.
furniture.
That was just a nerd loud fart. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Nah.
No one kids about farts.
Can't joke about that. This is a serious environment.
It's like, dude, gross. You know I have very contagious farts. That's not funny.
Contagious. Don't. You can't be near me when I fart. You'll fart too.
Oh, dude, too late. I just let one rip.
No!
Quick, we gotta put our ass cheeks together. It's the only way to contain it.
Imagine if farting was a virus. Or if farting was like yawning. Like if someone farts near you, you also fart. That'd be terrible in big groups. I mean, you go to a convention, and just one person farts, and then just like the whole convention is just.
What are you
Oh,
talking
yeah, just
about?
one little.
You just
I'm
hear
so
like
sick of it.
hundreds more of just.
You guys are crazy. That's common at a Smash Bros. Tournament. Making fun of
I
my stuff
hate that you're
here.
not wrong.
Yeah, I hate that too.
Mm. God, speed up, you fucking truck! Ah.
I've said this before and I'll say it again, is that's the one good thing, that's, not that it's a good thing, but it's the one positive outcome from the COVID outbreak, is that we can now have cleaner Smash Brothers tournament environments. Like, these assholes actually have to fucking shower.
Mm.
It's still just embarrassing that they had to make it a rule.
Yeah.
I know!
Like, geez, like really? Like,
It's look, I don't understand what it is about Nintendo fans, because it was the same thing with a Pokken Tournament, but Nintendo fans, that not all of them, mind you, but a lot of Nintendo fans don't take showers.
it's weird.
Yeah,
Like, damn, like, is it really that fucking hard to just wash?
yeah, if you have your own home, if you can take a shower. And I don't want to hear from anyone who's just like, oh, what about the people who don't have running water? They're probably not alive, okay?
Also, they shouldn't be going to conventions. They have more important issues to deal with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Like, if you
No,
don't, if you can't afford running water, you shouldn't be buying tickets to a convention.
exactly. Exactly. So, I don't know what it is about Nintendo fans. They're just...
Stupid.
Exactly. Just completely fucking stupid. It's like, as someone who is officially diagnosed with the autism spectrum disorder, I'm just like, I take a shower, I wash my hands. Why can't you? You can. I'm not buying for a moment that you're autistic. I think you're just fucking lazy.
Yeah.
And then they fart.
No.
I see.
Farts are only supposed to come out of people that I like.
Also, this is dumb, but I'm seeing
Oh.
it is a pre-order for a Kirby coin pouch,
Ah.
and I'm just like,
If his fucking mouth isn't the zipper, that's just
it's not.
Terrible.
fails.
Get rid
Don't
of
buy
it.
it.
No. Don't buy it.
Scrap
Take
it.
Send it back.
You didn't even order it, but you need a refund.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Take it back to the sweatshop. Take.
No, that's drawing the line.
No, that's just current events.
Yeah.
God.
Hey, Amazon. I know Twitch is partnered with you guys now.
I was thinking about like Activision and Blizzard, but you know that works. That also works. Oh no! They're in trouble because of the other thing.
Everything.
Yeah,
The other thing implies that it's a single thing.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah,
things.
true. Yeah. Well, it's just because people, people forgave them for, you know, sacrificing human rights and freedom because they announced Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2.
That's what I do every time.
Yeah.
Last time
But
it was
they-
Overwatch 2.
It's not working
This time it's Crash.
Yeah.
And they're putting huge deals on all of their things. Like,
Yep. Yep.
any
For-
reason to that, Mr. Activision? Blibbard?
Yep. Yep. Fortunately, in spite of recent controversies, mostly Christian,
Ugh.
people. In spite of those controversies, people have not forgotten about Activision and Blizzard finally crossing the line.
Hmm.
Good.
Again.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. Again, but now they're actually paying attention to it and remembering it.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, finally, just cancel Overwatch 2, cancel Diablo 4, let Blizzard shudder. I'm tired of Blizzard fans.
No, they should keep working on Overwatch 2 and go bankrupt. Just,
You
just
know
no
what?
one, just no one supports it. You know.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Just start a bunch
No.
of action. No, because then they'll be overworking all of the employees that don't deserve it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's double-edged sword.
Drop all of the projects. Take
Mhm.
all of your games off of the whatever the fuck the store is called. Delete your account on everything. just delete your Just delete your bank account. Just go bankrupt. Just file for bankruptcy. Get rid of your money. Give it away. Give it all to charity.
Exactly.
And
Give it all to me. I'm a charity. My charity is me. It's making me not poor.
Yeah. That's right.
Help me afford a good computer so these cows can look even more beautiful.
That's
I
right.
should look at the road. I should.
probably.
help Fen so that she can do more Truckin' Tuesday streams.
Yeah.
Oops,
Sorry.
can't say that.
So I can do VR Truckin' Tuesdays. I can say it. They didn't copyright it. Probably.
That's I hope not.
Sorry, Yogscast, if you've copyrighted it, but I don't give a shit.
Do they even stream on Twitch anymore?
I don't know. I haven't watched them for years.
Yeah. Well, let's get started with that whole charity piece.
Now hold on. How dare?
Or you're welcome.
You bitch. Thank you.
I may not be as sassy as Panda, but you know, I've got my little burps.
I'm also just like talked out.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
It's
hear
like,
that.
I'm good now.
This delivery is gonna take fucking forever, cause I can't go higher than 37 miles an hour.
Oh, wait.
When I'm
You
going
went- you
down,
went-
when I'm going downhill, it goes up, but I can't like actively drive faster. I think the game has
Oh.
just broken.
Okay. Oh, you can record.
I think this is an issue with the multiplayer mod, because I
Oh, okay.
got like idle kicked while I was in the city.
Okay. I see.
Mm.
Now the Tyrant 6, who got the
Yeah,
subscription.
it's time.
Uh,
That nerd.
yeah. You're welcome, dude.
Mm.
And if I recall, you were the artist that drew that commission of your little goblin character with my Sonic OC, which
I
I'm
believe
still
so.
quite
Yeah.
I'm still quite thankful for. and yeah, I'd do it again. And that's all I have to say about that. Is
I have a meme that I'm gonna put in the BC chat.
Oh,
okay.
meme time.
Yeah. Keep up the good work. Is all I'm saying.
Because I make all my baby dreams come true. I mean, hey.
Whatever works.
And thank you for giving Ty a gift sub.
Hmm.
Yeah. With pleasure.
I hate that that's the new Pog.
You don't like it?
No, I prefer the Pog.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fuckers.
It's just it. Here's what I had to say. When Twitch was cycling through like different Pog emotes.
That I loved. That was great.
Yeah. Fair enough. I liked the concept, but they only chose from the mainstream ones that are always on the front page, including that with respect to all LGBTQ plus members. That
some.
one night where yeah, but that one night where they chose the drag queen Pog, it was
Yeah, it
They-
wasn't good.
yeah, oh god.
Good job, Ty. Good job. Alright, I'm gonna go into this city and then come back out and see if that helps. John coping. Who is John and what is he coping with?
All I'm saying is that
Turn left.
there are multiple different pods that they could have chosen
left.
from, like the ones I'm posting in Twitch chat here.
I don't like that second one.
Get ready to turn right.
Just fucking lips.
Turn right.
Fair enough, fair enough. But
Hey, and then there's my one as well. The best one, obviously.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that is a good one. It's just that freaking
Roundabout.
like
Take the third
I think
exit.
Alex Bailey threw in like his offer to use his face
Exit
as
now.
the Pog emote, and Hungry Box threw in his own suggestion for his Pog emote, and that could have worked.
Yeah.
But no, we get that ugly drag queen one. It's like, oh god. It's like, this is what the kids like nowadays. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Go straight.
That's a good one.
Jesus. How many channels are you subscribed to? You have some different weird fucking emo every time you come into my chat. How many channels are you subscribed to, Ty?
That is a Twitch global emote.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why
It's
isn't
called-
that just called PogChamp? Why?
Yeah, it's just called RyuChamp.
Oh, okay, well, at least it's called Champ.
Yeah.
Keep right.
Nope, I'm
Then
still
exit
stuck
right.
at 37. God damn it.
Damn. How long is
Exit right.
this delivery?
I
or
don't.
rather,
know.
how many miles we have left? 4 kilometers, depending on your region.
54 miles.
Turn left.
When it says an hour 37 minutes, is that like real time?
No.
Okay, good. I was worried.
The distance isn't even accurate.
Okay.
It's just sort of like foam measurements.
Okay, got it.
Hmm.
Whew. Okay. I can keep this up.
It's probably
a
like
nerd.
it's probably like another 20 minutes at
Oh, that's
most.
just a nerd.
Mm.
That's just a nerd day at the office for me.
Mm. Oh yeah, downhill. Yeah, 40.
I should consider buying some frickin' channel points so I can buy your emotes.
Yeah. You don't buy the channel points. I'm pretty sure you just get them from watching.
Yep.
Mm.
Sorry. I meant bits.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think the sweat one is my favorite due to the connotations.
Sweat.
Sweat.
Mm.
Sweat.
It's hot, too hot from all the gas.
Yes.
I still need to ask Feline to redraw that fucking sniff picture that he did with Ashley, and I'll make that an emote.
Yes.
It's pretty much that emote that I have on my Discord server. I think it's like Fen Phone. I pretty much want to get that, but with Ashley.
Yeah. What?
Go straight.
I have a question. Before you even streamed this game, what exactly drew you to Euro Truck Simulator 2?
I've always liked playing it. It's just kind of like a chill out, like time waster game.
Okay, I see.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like me and Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I streamed Animal Crossing for a while as well, and then I stopped playing it.
Then Truck and Tuesday took over.
Yeah. No, I did Animal Crossing every Friday. I did trucking every Tuesday, and Animal Crossing every Friday. And then Animal Crossing kind of died out, and now every Friday is the friend streams.
Okay.
And Tuesday is still trucky time.
Trucky time.
Yeah. Oh, hey, there's the end of it. Not even fucking 10 minutes.
Oh,
See it
nice.
on the map.
Oh, nice.
Why did I put a second satnav? What? I just like made that connection in my head. Why did I put another one there? Sure, fuck it. Why not?
Is this game like moddable?
Yeah, it has workshop support, but the workshop stuff doesn't work on the multiplayer mod.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because I was thinking to myself, someone should make a little hanging thing, so that you always have
Another
like,
one.
well, kind of like how you have like air fresheners or something.
Yeah.
Just have a little ticky dangling down every time you drive.
Well, when I'm pretty sure you can look back on like, obviously on the fucking, I think on the trailer, it shows as well. I had a Garfield dangling from the front of my truck.
Nice. Someone should fucking mod Tiki in the game.
Tiki, that'd be beautiful.
Tiki's going on the adventure of a lifetime.
Where he going? Nobody knows. What the Tiki doing?
The final destination is with you. I don't know what it is about Tiki that makes me smile.
Tiki. I love it.
Ready to turn left.
It just
Anything Madness Combat related just makes me smile. It's like, yeah,
Good.
people still remember that.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously now everyone's like, ah, it's the friend of Freddy, Friday. Yeah, it's the Friday Nights at Freddy. The Friday.
Keep left.
But I
Turn
mean,
left.
obviously now, like at least now, more people have the lights. Just I guess that must have been a multiplayer mod thing as well. The lights just are all off. Jesus.
Must be.
Go
Yeah.
straight.
Must. It's like they just has said, look, for Force you at 37 miles per hour,
Turn
we can
right.
at least turn off the lights.
I'm guessing it's because
That's-
everything's like synced up. Because I know with the lights, like it's all server side, so
Get
people
ready to
don't
turn
like
left.
crash into each other because the lights aren't synced. But with the miling thing, that's just a bug.
Turn
That's
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a pretty bad bug
This
too.
is where it ends.
It is my fault for idling for too long and getting kicked, but still.
Yeah. We did it.
Woo! It only took me like 20 minutes longer than it should have.
Bleh.
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 Just imagining Tyler
yeah.
1.
A lot of times when I imagine Tyler 1, I just think of that,
I love that. I'm glad I made that edit for that clip.
Oh, you made that edit?
Not that one, but the fucking the Super Paper Mario one that I did.
Oh, yeah!
Cause Mimi's like animation broke and she just teleported onto the ground. So I just did the like ah. I wish I made that original edit. Shit.
Yeah. So many good things to come from that.
Mm. Oh fuck. Clicked my shoulder.
I told you to stretch and you didn't listen.
I did stretch. My bones are just
Shoot.
fucking dust.
You should stretch the kid.
Stretch more. Woo! I almost dropped my controller.
Oh.
I left it on my leg and it almost slid off. Alright.
Good stream, everybody.
Yeah.
This is where like all the executives pat each other on the back, like, "Hey, yeah, good stream, everybody. Good stream.
Yeah,
good stream,
yeah.
Good stream."
We did it. We did it. Yeah.
Where's the game?
It's dead. No more game. Games are illegal. Games.
You need a license to play your game.
Oh, God. I'm illegally playing video games on the internet. Alright. Goodbye, everyone. I'm ending the stream
Bye.
early because that speed thing was annoying me. And
Yeah.
that's more of the reason why. Like I could have done another one, but
That's a bad
the
bug.
speed limit was annoying me, and
Mm-hmm.
you guys care about my health more than I do.
True.
Yeah.
You
But yeah. Tomorrow is Yakuza time. If I stream
Oh.
tomorrow.
do. Great.
Yeah. It would honestly at this point I will probably stream tomorrow, but after that I will probably take the rest of the week off.
Alright.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out.
Give yourself some time to heal. That's what I say about it.
Time for my body to realize what the fuck is happening to
Exactly. Exactly. Excuse me.
Yeah. Alright. Till tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Thank you
See
to
you later.
everyone who came.
Rada rada rada.